You didn't choose any of these. Think about the last time you opened Zomato. You just wanted to check something, right? Maybe just one dish, but somehow you ended up ordering a full meal, a dessert which you didn't plan on, and paid for express delivery. Or the last time you walked into a store and came out with three things you never planned to buy. Here is a question no one asks you in the class. Was that your decision? Because here is the thing, every single step of that experience, the color of the button, the image of the food, the pop-up that said only two left, the free delivery that appeared right when you were about to close the app, none of that was by accident. That was customer psychology, and someone spent months figuring out exactly how to get inside your head. And in this video, we are going to figure out how they do it and why. If you are in business, marketing or sales, this is the most important subject you will ever study. Welcome to the School of Sales. I am Sanjay Singh, and this channel is for every student, marketer and entrepreneur who wants to understand not just what business is, but how it actually works in the real world. Today, we are starting with a new series on consumer psychology, the science of why people buy. And we are going to kick it off with the big picture. What is in this field? What is its scope? And why should you care? Consumer psychology is the study of how people think, feel, and decide, specifically when it comes to buying things. But here is the important part. It's not just about buying. It's about everything that happens before and after the buying decision. Why does someone open Instagram, see an ad, and not buy? Then see the same product 3 days later on YouTube and immediately purchase. What changed? Consumer psychology answers exactly that. It sits at the intersection of psychology, economics, and marketing. It borrows from neuroscience, sociology, and even anthropology. In simple terms, it's a manual to the human brain. When money is on the table, let me tell you a quick story. In 2008, two IT Delhi engineers were frustrated and they couldn't find a restaurant online. So they built a website. The website eventually became Zomato. But here is what is interesting. Zomato didn't grow because they had the best technology. They grew because they understood something most people miss. Hunger is emotional, not logical. When you're hungry at 11 p.m., you don't calculate nutrition values or compare prices across the 5 apps. You open Zomato, you see a big, beautiful photo of that butter chicken, and you tap order. That's an emotional, psychological trigger, not a rational decision. Zomato figured this out early. Their app is red because red stimulates appetite and urgency. Their food photography is world class because visuals trigger desire before logic can step in. There are only 2 restaurants left delivering to you message. Pure scarcity psychology. That's consumer psychology in action. And that's why a menu listing website became a 4 lakh crore company. Now let's talk about Nykaa. Before Nykaa existed, beauty products in India were sold through general stores, unorganized retailers, or expensive department stores. There was no dedicated space, no experience. Falguni Nair didn't just build a beauty store, she built an identity. Because here is what consumer psychology tells us about beauty products specifically. People aren't buying lipstick, they are buying confidence. They are buying a version of themselves they want it to be. That's called identity-based purchasing. Nykaa understood this deeply. Every element of their platform, the curation, the editorial content, the influencer partnership, the beauty tutorials, all of it was designed to make you feel like buying from Nykaa is part of becoming your best self. Result: India's first women-led unicorn, 13,000 rupees crores IPO in 2021, built entirely on understanding what women truly wanted, beyond the product. Most people think consumer psychology is only for marketeers. That is completely wrong. Let's look at the scope. In marketing, every campaign, every ad, every product launch uses consumer psychology to decide what message to send, to whom, and how. In sales, a good salesperson knows when to speak, when to stay silent, how to create urgency, and how to make the customer feel like they made the decision themselves. That's psychology. In product design, the reason your Swiggy app feels easier to navigate than a competitor because user experience designs have studied how you think and move through an interface. In entrepreneurship, every successful startup founder I know is obsessed with understanding their consumer, not their product, their customer. In academics, BBA, BMS, MBA, and commerce, curricula include consumer behavior as a core subject because it underpins marketing, OB, strategy, and economics at once. And increasingly, in the digital age, data scientists, AI teams, and growth hackers are all using consumer psychology to build algorithms and predict what you will buy before you even know it yourselves. It's a comparison that will make you think. DMart and Amazon, completely different formats. One is a physical store, one is an app. But they both use the exact same consumer psychology principle, the psychology of value. Now, DMart deliberately has no fancy interiors, no music, no ambience. Why? Because they want you to feel like the money is getting into the product, not the decor. That perception of real value is a psychological trigger. Amazon does the same thing digitally. That crossed out original price you see on every deal, rupees 999, now rupees 499. Even if the product was never actually sold at 999, just seeing that number makes the 499 feel like a bargain. It's called the anchoring effect. Two very different businesses, one shared insight. When a customer feels they got a great deal, they come back. Loyalty is built on perceived value, not actual value. Apple doesn't sell phones. They sell the feeling of being the kind of person who has an iPhone. Nike doesn't sell shoes. They sell belief. Just do it. Netflix doesn't sell subscriptions. They sell the escape. Every major brand in the world has consumer psychology at the core of their strategy. Not as an add-on, as the foundation. Okay, let's land this. 3 things I want you to walk away with today. Number 1, consumer psychology is the science of why people buy, and it's not about manipulation. It's about understanding human nature. Number 2, its scope is massive. Marketing, sales, product entrepreneurship, digital, academia. If you are in any of these fields, this subject is not optional. The brands that win, Zomato, Nike, DMart, Apple, all win because they understand their customers at a psychological level, not just a demographic one. And here is what I want you to do right now. Next time you open Zomato or tap an ad or feel the urge to buy something, pause for 2 seconds. Ask yourself, is this my decision or was this decision made for me? Because the moment you start asking that question, you have started thinking like a marketer. If you want to understand more, subscribe to this channel. We are going deep into every concept, every trigger, every tactic that brands use and how you can use them too. Drop a comment, tell me one brand whose psychology you have always been curious about. I might just make a video on it. I am Sanjay Singh. This is the School of Sales.